Join me as I dive into the latest Meghan Markle revelations about Princess Catherine and see if I can uncover the juiciest details. Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine are two of the most influential women in the world, and as modern royal figures, they've changed the game in more ways than one. But what makes them so significant, you ask? Well, for starters, they're not your typical royals. They're relatable, they're authentic, and they're not afraid to break the mold. But who's the real royal rebel between the two? As we try to define what it means to be a royal rebel, we need to consider the expectations that come with being part of the British monarchy. You're expected to follow tradition, to respect the institution, and to maintain a level of decorum at all times. But Markle and Catherine have both shown us that they're not afraid to push boundaries and challenge the status quo. But what does that really mean? And how do they embody this spirit of rebellion? Defining a royal rebel is tricky, because it's not just about being controversial or outspoken. It's about being willing to step out of your comfort zone, to take risks, and to make decisions that might not be popular with everyone. And when you look at Markle and Catherine, you see two women who have approached this concept in very different ways. Markle, for instance, has been open about her struggles with mental health, her desire to be more relatable, and her willingness to take on more humanitarian work. Catherine, on the other hand, has been more focused on maintaining a sense of tradition and duty, while still trying to find her own voice and identity within the royal family. But as we try to understand what makes a royal rebel, we need to consider the context in which they're operating. Markle, as an American, brings a different perspective to the royal family, one that's more open, more inclusive, and more willing to take risks. Catherine, as a British citizen, has a deeper understanding of the institution and its history, which has allowed her to navigate it more smoothly. So, are they both royal rebels, or is one more rebellious than the other? One of the biggest challenges in defining a royal rebel is that it's a subjective term. What one person sees as rebellious, another might see as revolutionary. And when you're dealing with public figures, perception can be everything. Markle has been accused of being too outspoken, too dramatic, and too attention-seeking. Catherine, on the other hand, has been criticized for being too conformist, too traditional, and too boring. But what do these labels really say about them as people, and as royal rebels? Markle's decision to step back from royal duties and pursue a more private life has been seen as a bold move, one that challenges the very fabric of the monarchy. Catherine, on the other hand, has been more focused on building a sense of stability and continuity within the royal family. But which approach is more rebellious, and which one is more in line with what the monarchy needs? As we delve deeper into the backgrounds of these two women, we start to see patterns and themes that emerge. Markle's desire for autonomy, her need for creative expression, and her willingness to speak her mind have all contributed to her reputation as a royal rebel. Catherine's focus on duty, her commitment to tradition, and her willingness to adapt have all helped her navigate the complexities of royal life. But which approach is more authentic, and which one is more effective? Markle's decision to give birth to Archie in a hospital, rather than at home, was seen as a rebellious move, one that challenged the traditional norms of royal birth. Catherine, on the other hand, has been more focused on maintaining a sense of continuity, following in the footsteps of her predecessors and honoring the traditions of the royal family. But what do these choices reveal about their values, their priorities, and their approaches to royal life? When you look at Markle and Catherine, you see two women who are trying to find their own way, their own voice, and their own sense of purpose within the royal family. Markle's decision to step back from royal duties was seen as a bold move, one that challenged the very fabric of the monarchy. Catherine's commitment to tradition and duty has been seen as more conservative, more conformist, and more in line with what the monarchy expects. But which approach is more rebellious, and which one is more in line with what the monarchy needs? Markle's decision to pursue a more private life has been seen as a reflection of her desire for autonomy, her need for creative expression, and her willingness to speak her mind. Catherine's focus on building a sense of stability and continuity within the royal family has been seen as more conformist, more traditional, and more in line with what the monarchy expects. But which approach is more authentic, and which one is more effective? The pivotal moment for Markle came when she decided to step back from royal duties and pursue a more private life. This decision was seen as a bold move, one that challenged the very fabric of the monarchy. For Catherine, the pivotal moment came when she decided to focus on building a sense of stability and continuity within the royal family, rather than trying to challenge the institution or push boundaries. But which approach is more rebellious, and which one is more in line with what the monarchy needs? Markle's approach to royal life has been rebellious, to say the least. She's challenged tradition, pushed boundaries, and spoken her mind. Catherine's approach, on the other hand, has been more conformist, more traditional, and more in line with what the monarchy expects. But which approach is more authentic, and which one is more effective? In the end, it's clear that Markle and Catherine have both made significant contributions to the royal family, and both have their own unique approaches to being a royal rebel. Markle's willingness to take risks, to challenge tradition, and to speak her mind has made her a beacon of hope for those who believe in change and progress. Catherine's commitment to duty, her focus on tradition, and her willingness to adapt have made her a pillar of stability within the royal family. But who's the real royal rebel between the two? So, what do you think, guys? Who do you think is the real royal rebel between Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to check out another related video that explores the lives of these two fascinating women.